This is M34A SBS to Waterside. This stop is 9th Avenue and West 42nd Street. Next stop, 9th Avenue and West 40th Street. Transfer available to M11. This stop is 9th Avenue and West 40th Street. Next stop, West 34th Street and 9th Avenue. Transfers available to M11 and M34 SBS. This stop is West 34th Street and 9th Avenue. Next stop, West 34th Street and 8th Avenue. Transfers available to A, C and D trains. M20 and M34 SBS. This stop is West 34th Street and 8th Avenue. Next stop, West 34th Street and 7th Avenue. Transfers available to 1, 2 and 3 trains. M7, M20, M34 SBS and BXM2. This stop is West 34th Street and 7th Avenue. Next stop, West 34th Street and Broadway. Transfers available to B, D, F, M, N, Q, R and W trains. Path. M5, M5 Limited, M7, M34 SBS, M55, BXM2, SIM1, SIM1C, SIM3, SIM3C, SIM10, QM2, QM4, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM20 and QM24. This stop is West 34th Street and Broadway. Next stop, East 34th Street and 5th Avenue. Transfers available to M1, M1 Limited, M2, M2 Limited, M3, M4, M4 Limited, M5, M5 Limited, Q32, M34 SBS, M55, BXM4C, BXM6, BXM7, BXM8, BXM9, BXM10, BXM11, BXM18, X27, X28, X37, X38, X63, X64, X68, SIM1, SIM1C, SIM3, SIM3C, SIM4, SIM4C, SIM33, SIM33C, QM1, QM2, QM3, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, QM24 and BM5. This stop is East 34th Street and 5th Avenue. Next stop, East 34th Street and Park Avenue. Transfers available to 6th train. M34 SBS, M101, M101 Limited, M102, M103, BXM1, SIM6, SIM11, BM5, QM1, QM2, QM3, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, QM24 and X68. This stop is East 34th Street and Park Avenue. Next stop, East 34th Street and 3rd Avenue. Transfers available to M34 SBS, M101, M101 Limited, M102, M103, BXM1, BM5, QM1, QM2, QM3, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM14, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, QM24 and X68. This stop is East 34th Street and 3rd Avenue. Next stop, East 34th Street and 2nd Avenue. Transfers available to M15, M15 SBS and BM5. This stop is East 34th Street and 2nd Avenue. Next stop, 2nd Avenue and East 28th Street. Transfers available to M9, M15 and M15 SBS. This stop is 2nd Avenue and East 28th Street. Next stop, East 23rd Street and 2nd Avenue. Transfers available to M9, M15, M15 SBS, M23 SBS, BM1, BM2, BM3, BM4, SIM3, SIM3C, SIM6, SIM10, SIM11 and SIM31. This stop is East 23rd Street and 2nd Avenue. Next stop, East 23rd Street and 1st Avenue. Transfers available to M9, M15, M15 SBS, M23 SBS, M34 SBS, BM1, BM2, BM3, BM4, X37, X38, X63, X64, X68, SIM3, SIM3C, SIM6, SIM10, SIM11 and SIM31. This stop is East 23rd Street and 1st Avenue. Next stop, East 23rd Street and Avenue C. Transfers available to M9, M23 SBS and M34 SBS. This stop is East 23rd Street and Avenue C. Next stop, Waterside. Transfer available to M34 SBS. This stop is Waterside. This is M34A SBS to Waterside.